Honey, honey, I got what you want. Give me all of your love, 'cause it's burning hot. It's what you do to me, babe, I can guarantee. Honey, honey, I got what you need. Under the night sky, I want your eyes all on me. Don't tell me lies now, I always get mine. Don't play with me. Do you want it? Can you feel me? No. Can you handle it? Right? Do you want it? Don't put your love on hold. I can't take it anymore. Oh, put your love on me now. Trust me and you will see. Oh, honey, honey, I got what you want. Honey, honey, I got what you need. Honey, honey, I got what you want. Honey, honey, I got what you need. Give me your love, no holding back, no. We could take it to the stars, where you wanna go. The things that we can do, don't need to prove you know. Honey, honey, I got what you want. Yeah, under the night sky, I want your eyes all on me. Don't tell me no lies, I always get mine. Don't play with me. So do you want it? Do you want it? Can you feel me? Can you feel me now? Can you handle it? Alright. So do you want it? Don't put your love on hold. I can't take it anymore. Oh, put your love on me now. Trust me and you will see. Oh, honey, honey, I got what you want. Honey, honey, I got what you need. Honey, honey, I got what you want. Honey, honey, I got what you need. So don't put your love on hold. Can you feel me? I can't take it anymore. Don't put your love on me. Trust me and you will see. Honey, honey, I got what you want. Honey, honey, I got what you need. Honey, honey, I got what you want. Honey, honey, I got what you want, got what you need now.
I'm thinking back on all those times when I felt closed off from all that I could become. Eager but too scared to climb. Wanted to please my friends, but it felt like the end of myself. I was shut down and all drained out. I was lost, so I had to change. Yeah, I shook off all the bad vibes, cut me loose from the pettiness they turned on me. But now I am perfectly free to be me. This is who I am. This is who I am now. No matter what they saying, this is who I am. This is who I am now. They think that I have lost my mind, that I'm not being true, but they don't have a clue. 'Cause this is me when I cut out all the shallowness and everything I suppressed to I'll be resentful when I finally respect myself. I shook off all the bad vibes, cut me loose from the pettiness they turn on me, but now I am perfectly free to be me. This is who I am. This is who I am now. No matter what they're saying, this is who I am. This is who I am now. Don't force me out of bed in your society. Don't push me down the road you're bending down. Don't try to fix my head, it's just your anxiety. Don't hush me now, cause I just wanna shout. Don't make me dance to the tune that you're humming. No, my body don't move like that. Don't make me pretend I don't see your shortcomings. You'll be running when I raise the black flag. Get out your bomb and fly away. We'll be dancing with our hands in the air when our new dawn is rising. To the break of dawn. You can't keep me in a cage made of tired ideas. It's rusting out faster by the day. I won't wear your leash, I won't take no deals. I won't stay quiet when there's so much left to say. I'm not buying no rise of suburban life when there's a fire raging just outside our door. You talk about peace on earth and the summer of love while you're sleeping on pills through the war. Get out your bomb and fly away. We'll be dancing with our hands in the air when our new dawn is rising. We'll be dancing with our hands in the air when our new dawn is
Hello, streamers! It is Friday, and that means live Q&A day. Oh my gosh, I'm gonna tell you the story of this speaker. It is so huge. I'm gonna tell you all about that here in a minute, but I want to quickly ask you a quick question. In the song that we were just playing, ride on your what and fly away? What is the word she's saying in that song? Can anyone tell me? Because it sounds like something wrong to me. Anyway, it is Friday, and that means Q&A. It has been membership week. Last week was virtual events week. I didn't take a breath before stopping my dancing. It is this week membership week, next week as well, and we've been talking all kinds of things around creating your own membership for your content to help you generate recurring revenue in a very strategic way so that it's not all over the place and you're not confusing people, right? So if you have any questions about memberships, recurring revenue, money of any kind in your content creation or business, then definitely definitely leave a question. You can do Q in front of your question, and then it will make its way into my queue. Now, the the other thing is super chats do take priority. Hold on, I got to make sure the super chats alert is on, because I was messing with it earlier. All right, super chats are now on. If you want to be able to ride to the front of the queue, because we do already have a queue of questions. My goal is to confuse as many people as possible. That's always a good goal. Always a good goal. I did see somebody else say that they, I think it was Joshua, signed up for the virtual event conference after last week. Excited. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Everybody's getting their boxes for the virtual event coming up on Monday. And I haven't gotten mine, and I'm so jealous. I want my box of goodies. So hopefully you guys are doing that. Loving the membership. Awesome. I love the membership talk. You know, if you want to get free training, you can go here outside of the big speaker. You can go right here, livestreamingpros.com/TME. So we have a lot of questions coming through. They are coming to the queue. Real quick before I get to those, I've got thank you, Marcus, for the $5 super chat. He says super chats are on. Let's dance. So now we can dance in style. Because as those of you who have been around for a while, you know that I was redoing my entire studio, right? And I'm still working on it. It's still a work in progress because it's intense. But I'm using Mac Minis, right? And so those speakers really, really suck. Like, they're so bad. So bad. And so, you know, they're underneath my desk. I can't hear the music. So I had gotten some other speakers, and they weren't really mountable, and they weren't very loud. I don't need loud, right? I really don't need loud. They were acceptable, but I was just not fully happy with them. So I sent them back, and I was looking for speakers. I did get a pair of Bose speakers to compare. But I was like, oh, these are interesting. These are the Razer Noma Chrome. And these speakers, when I looked at them on Amazon, I was thinking they were like this small. I thought they were so small. Like maybe a third of this, right? Like, I thought they were really small. So I read reviews, and I was like, okay, these seem great. Like, they got lights as the music jams. You got lights. Now, if they're obviously it's only like if they're sitting on the desk, you can see the lights on the desk because it kind of reflects. But anyway, I got these this morning, unpacked them, and I was like, this is a large box. Like, why is it so large for these little speakers? And then I see the size of it. It's bigger than my head. So anyway, yeah, like there's a left and a right. And I was like, wow, okay. Because I thought that they would be good for mounting. I thought I could find an interesting way to mount them because I don't want them on my desk. We shall see. I haven't plugged in the Bose. I only had time to get these unpacked and plugged in. It looks like a laser gun. Martin the Martian would have. It really, really does. A speed gun, yes. It looks like a fog machine. I mean, so many of you are asking if it's a bubble machine during the countdown timer. They're really good, though. I saw Sammy ask, are the new speakers any good? I'm actually impressed. Okay, so because I got the Bose because a lot of reviews actually talked about the bass, which I don't need bass. And I just need to be able to hear, right? Like, I just need to be able to hear loud enough to be able to jam during the countdown timers and dance. But I don't really need it to be super loud. In fact, I don't want it to be super loud. But I was a little concerned with some of the reviews. Well, I plugged this in. Do you guys want to hear it? Give me a big yes in the comments if you want me to play a song, and so that you guys can hear it. And I'll turn it all the way up for a split second. I am in an apartment complex, so I cannot I cannot jam it too long, too loud. Otherwise, people might complain. Okay, so let's see. Yes, we're getting yeses. So I'm going to play a song. Let's see. Let's play I Got What You Want, because I Got What You Want is honestly a good topic for today's topic of memberships too, right? All right. Ready, guys? Let me turn it all the way down. Oh no, I hate when volumes doesn't. Okay. It's all the way down. I hate when there's no like stopping point on the volume button. I mean, I can see it on the, anyway, that's just my own personal. All right, let's play I Got What You Want. Turn it up. This is halfway. This is all the way. Actually, I thought it was louder all the way. So that's again at about 50%, 75, and 100. So for, so I can totally see if you're buying these speakers to jam out just normally, and you are not in an apartment, like I could see you wanting louder speakers. But for me, there's no echo anymore, is there? But for me, there was like, this is loud enough. This is plenty loud. And in fact, I was worried full speed, full sound that, it's too loud for everybody else. So, wow. Yeah. Anyway, echoey song. That's weird, guys. That's weird. But anyway, that should be completely, gone now. Never a stopping point on the volume button. Probably better that way. Why? No, I don't like it. I don't like it. And I didn't play with the bass either, so like I could increase the bass and all of that. You need speakers in your bathroom. That's a good place to have speakers, to be honest, because that's like the one place where you're jamming out, right? Like when you're getting ready, at least I do. I don't know about anybody else, but I am totally jamming out while I'm getting ready in the mornings. Okay, so it doesn't have 11, unfortunately. We can't do that, but I did play it all the way up. Oh, okay, yeah. Okay, you guys, lots of questions. Real quick, we had some questions come through. I'm gonna start with some membership questions, and then I'll go into some other general questions as well. But since it's membership week, oh, actually, let me mute the sound effects, because now I'm gonna hear that. Sorry, you guys. You shouldn't get the echo when the super chats come up. Now, Sammy, thank you so much for the super chat. Are you going to have a mini speaker switcher so that you can switch back from the speaker? Sorry, I'm trying to fix this comment placement here. There we go. So you can switch back from the speaker to the headphones that you use. Yeah, I literally, the wire, yes, I'll set it up so that it's very easy to swap back and forth. And in fact, these actually plug in via USB, so it's really not an issue. So I don't need anything because these plug in via USB. My headphones plug in via, 3.5 millimeter. So that's really not an issue at all. So that works well. Okay, questions about membership. So if you want a free training, yesterday, you can go here, livestreampros.com/TME. That's the membership experience. And Stu, who is my friend, we have a video linked to in the description where we're helping him get set up for his video studio. He used it for the first time yesterday. I think it was the first time. And during his free training workshop. So it's a 3-part workshop. Part 1 was yesterday, and it was, holy cow, so incredibly valuable. I looked at the chat room and it was going nuts with how many ahas they had, how many moments of wow, mind blown, right? And that is really incredible. So even if you didn't go to number 1, you'll still get, it's happening at 12 p.m. Pacific today. So in 2 hours, they will be kicking off number 2. Completely free training, and it is so valuable. So what they're going to be talking about today, and I'll be in there as much as possible as well, but they're going to be talking about the content that you put into your membership. So if you're going to build a membership based on your knowledge or your skills, and help others accomplish the same, then you're going to really be strategic about the content that you put in there. And he's going to walk you through that process and understanding how to choose the right content. So I'm really looking forward to today's free training workshop, and I know that you'll get a massive amount of value out of it. even if you haven't thought about doing a membership yourself, like it is so, so powerful because you're able to help people in scale, right? I can do these YouTube videos, right? And we do these live streams and we help a lot of people. And that's awesome. But what it doesn't provide is the ability to really help people in what is called a success path, right? It is a path from A to Z. What are they trying to accomplish? Where are they now? You want to get them from where they are now to where they're going, right? Through that membership process. You can do the same in a course, but a membership offers you the ability to have recurring revenue in your business and from your content and from your content. And then you also give them, the people who are signing up for your membership, the ability to actually have constant coaching, right? Or constant training or consistently improving what they're doing. So it can be a really, really, really awesome and powerful thing to put into place for your content. So Mark was asking, at what audience level is it appropriate to start memberships? To what extent does a membership program suppress overall audience size? Like their audience feels like you're holding back content from them. So that is a really great question. And I will tell you this. So Stu says, and he is the expert in this entire, industry, right? The kind of the known expert. He talks about how at a couple of hundred, if you can have 200 to 300 people across your assets, so social media, your email list, et cetera, you can start making money. And in fact, yesterday he was talking about, he said he had so many different examples of how many people had grown a membership and were making, let's say they had one person had $90 members, 90 people to talk to, right? Through her content and through email. 90, not even 200 or 300. But she was able to do a launch of a membership and she was able to make an incredible amount of money, right? So like 5 figures, and in a place where you're just starting, whether you're just starting or you're growing, but like when you don't have a large audience, chances are you're really not making a lot of money in the first place, right? So if you can, what happens for the most part is that people will wait 6 months, a year, 2 years to start making money because they think they have to have a large audience size in order to make money, when in fact that's not the case. And stop struggling so early on, right? So if you are able to actually start with whatever size list you have or audience that you have, you can start bringing in that income and you can stop struggling so hard and feeling the burden of not making any money while putting out content and putting so much work into this stuff. So that is a really powerful thing to just hear that people can do that, right? Because I didn't either, right? Okay, my story's a little different, but I know the struggle. I was on a ramen noodle diet when I first started doing content, right? It was like just save all the money, don't spend anything so that I can make this a thing. And so if you don't have to do that, if you can start bringing in income earlier, then that can be so, so, so helpful. Because at the end of the day, it's really not about making money, right? I mean, yes, it is, but the value in making more money is that you are able to help more people, that you're able to have a bigger impact in the world and in your world specifically. And like it's that with the snowball effect, right? It's about that snowball effect, because when you're able to help more money or make more money, you're able to actually like hire an assistant or hire somebody else to help. And then you can scale those efforts and do more with littler time. And then you're able to grow and help. And then those people then go out and help other people. And then that is where that snowball effect comes into place, right? Very, very, very powerful. Beans on toast. Yes. Beans on toast. I did not do beans on toast, but to each their own. I don't think I've ever had beans on toast. So step 1 is to get clear about the path in order to guide others on it. you want to, no, yes and no. Because if I tell you step one is to get clear on that path so that you can help others, then you're never going to start. So yes, you want to start with intention, but you also just want to take action because like I sent this out in email this morning, most of us think that step one is to have it all figured out. And then when do we ever feel like it's all figured out? Never, ever, ever, right? So it's helpful to really just say like, get started, understand what the concepts are, right? That's what this free training is about at livestreampros.com/TME. Understand those basics. And then what you can do is you can improve over time, right? You get better and better and better. And in fact, one of our own students in our membership, she was talking yesterday about, was it yesterday? Yeah, yesterday about how, she knew the success path, but she didn't feel like she had it figured out. So she just started with other content. And that's what we've done, right? Like we're still improving all of the things. And so that will always be the case. Yes, figure it out as you go. Don't just hope you get it figured out and then do. Okay, so then other questions. I'm coming to your live streaming questions. I'm just kind of right now staying on the topic of memberships for a second. Let's see. Paul, you wanted to know what the song. I can't play just a clip unless I've already clipped it, so I'll have to send that to you later. What is the best place, Sammy wants to know, to host your memberships? There are so many different options, so many different. You guys don't like seeing the speaker? I have nowhere to put it. I don't have anywhere to put it. I'm sorry. Let me see if I can hide it away. My desk is so full already. All right. It's out of the way now. Are you happy, Callie? Huh? All right. So that is out of the way. What was I saying? Oh yeah, placing or hosting your content. That is a very good question. English is weird. I'm not even going to attempt one on that. Okay. So, hosting your content, there's so many different, services for that. You could start, if you're just going to start, literally, you don't have to host it anywhere. Literally, you could just do Zoom calls and, email list, right? You could, put it in a free Facebook group, right? There are... You guys did a poll. 77% of you wanted the speaker out of the frame. That's hilarious. Wait. Yes, please. Yeah. Oh, no, all of you. 100% of you wanted the speaker out of the frame. Just some of you were more insistent. So anyway, so you literally can start with free everything, right? For me, if, I like to be able to organize the content. I have tried almost every service out on the market over the years for membership hosting. And I have settled on Searchy. So Searchy, I think it's lsp.tools/Searchy, is a wonderful, because they now have hubs, and that's our membership. So when you're in our membership, you see kind of how it's laid out, and you have different options, of course. But I personally have found that to be the best, because it is not fully customizable, and so you wind up with it. It is in a way, but it is definitely not in a way, right? But you can really wind up getting yourself in a pickle when it is customizable, and the flow can become an issue. But Searchy is actually from Stu McLaren, and it has this transcription service for all of your videos. And then when you actually publish that, your members, anybody on that site, or you can actually take that transcription and put it on a different site, but they can search for whatever they're looking for. If somebody wants to know about speakers, then they can search our site about speakers, and any videos that have that, of course, will come up. But what's the magic is that it actually takes you to that direct spot in that video. So if you have an hour Q&A, you don't actually have to sort through or look at notes or try and figure out where that content is. You just go directly to that place in the video. Jeff wants to know if I started a membership from scratch, what would I do differently? Okay, this is gonna sound weird, but honestly, I would go through the membership experience, like, because I know that I've done it all wrong all the time, over and over, right? And so, you know, and wrong is a strong word, right? Because it's all a learning experience. And we were able to help people all along the way. However, it causes frustration, right, for our members when it's changing or pivoting or the name changes or the price changes or whatever. And so I'm a big believer, because I've learned to pay people for their knowledge, right? I didn't used to be that way. And, I know the value of this, Jeff, but knowing that there is a proven path to success, which is for memberships, the membership experience from Stu, I would have gone through that process. And what I had done in the past is took the free content that he provided, and that is great. And it got me started, right? And it helped create what we did. But but it's not the whole picture, right? Anytime you have free content, it is not the whole picture. And that is the value of you also creating your membership. One of the biggest questions that I hear so often is, but there's so much content on YouTube. And Stu, actually, we have a video if you want to see this little clip, but Stu talks about this consistently, where, he himself was browsing around YouTube trying to figure out the gear to put in his home studio, right? He was trying to figure out what lights to buy, what microphones to buy. And there's so much free content that it's overwhelming still, right? And in our free content, we're able to help, absolutely. But it's not the whole picture. And so, as Stu says, right, he was beating his head against the wall, trying to figure it all out. And he made all these notes, and then he was like, okay, but what do I choose? What do I buy for my studio? And then he was recommended us, and then he came here. And so then we were able to actually help him further, right? And in our membership, we have a clear path to that process, right? So that's what is the value of you having your own membership, because you're able to help people in a better way, easier, more efficiently, because then you're able to say, all right, here's A to Z. This is what you do. This is how you do it. And guess what? People aren't struggling. They're not making all of these notes. They're not spending all of their time in research mode. They're actually making progress, which for me is the hugest thing. I love when our students share their wins and the successes that they're having. And there are so many stories. And it's amazing to watch them just take that information, do something with it, and go on about their business, right? And do their thing, have their business soar because of the help that we provide, right? And there are plenty of stories that I can say of somebody who gets a win from free content. But again, it's not the whole picture. So yeah, A to Z, A to Z, whatever. Z for me. It's Z for me. Okay, so next question. David Smith says, one of the scariest parts of membership is the need to always be creating. How do you balance this with the ability to take breaks and recharge? Love this question. This is such a question that's near and dear to my heart, because I have felt that over the years, right? It feels like it can be draining. That is why you want to go watch this free training today, because he's going to talk about that specifically. So I'm going to give you the overview, but I want you to go to that training and watch that. Go to the live experience, because there's actually a super secret session today. And those super secret sessions are not in the replays, and oh my gosh, they're incredible. But anyway, so today Stu is talking specifically about the content, and you do not have to constantly be creating. You can, but you want to build your membership in a way that actually helps you take those breaks, that helps you not feel like you're on that content treadmill, because that is the worst thing ever, for you to build something because you want to help people and you have this awesome idea and they're having these awesome things happen because of it. And then you're like, I don't even want to show up. I don't want to do this. I'm drained. I'm tired. I feel like I'm tied down to this membership. That is the worst feeling. I have been there, and there are many ways around that, by the way you structure it, one, by the kind of content that you decide to create. And then two, you see this in our membership a lot. I'm not always the one creating the content. I do a lot of the content in our membership, but I'm not always the one, right? We bring in experts on other subjects that are not my topic of expertise, but that are very valuable to the memberships. We bring in, one of my favorite things is like hive minds, when people in the membership support each other. That is incredibly beneficial as well, right? And that creates that sense of community. So there are many ways around this. You just got to decide what's right for you. Does that help, David Smith? Okay. Let's see. Next question came from Mark Redder. Oh, this is actually kind of similar question. When starting a membership program, how frequently should we post membership content? What is the appropriate balance between public and membership content? Great question. So inside the membership itself, and actually this reminds me, because I didn't really tackle the public side of it on a previous question. Okay, cool. Glad that is helpful, David. So we have inside of the content inside of the membership, again, go here because this is what he's talking about today. This is perfect timing for these questions because this is today's workshop training, and it is completely free, and the value is insane. It is happening in an hour and a half, so 12 p.m. Pacific, 3 p.m. Eastern. So you don't want to do too much, and this is where I have failed miserably in the past as well, right? Way too much content, because you think that that's the only way that people will see the value in your membership. That's incorrect. So what happens instead is they get overwhelmed, right? And then you get emails like, can I please cancel my membership because I don't have time for taking advantage of all of the value. I see the value, I just can't consume it all, and so it's not really worth my time or my money. That is the worst email to get because you're pushing out so much value, right? You're trying to put so much into the membership because we get that wrong in our brains. And I have been there, and I have been turned around because of those types of emails. They're overwhelmed because there's too much. So you want to get really strategic about knowing when to stop. You don't want to structure your membership in a way that is constant. You want it to be very clear, you want it to be organized, and you want it to be minimal. If you put more, in this case, it's quality over quantity, right? And that's where you're really going to help. That's really where you're going to help your members the best, and yourself as well, because then again, you get in that content treadmill and feel so overwhelmed, right? Let's see. Can you have a live stream inside of Searchy without uploading a video? No, that is not an option at this point. And I know that they have some plugins that I haven't looked into. I don't know if there's an outside third-party option for that, but I don't believe there is. Jeff, can you talk about an online course versus a membership? Great question. All of these are just such fantastic questions. And I love talking about this because I've done this for years, and I've made a lot of mistakes and a lot of lessons. And, you're constantly improving and learning. And I just appreciate that you guys allow me to learn while we're going, right, and do this with you. And in fact, I'm actually going to be going through the membership experience training, the entire course itself with Stu. Callie and I are going to be, taking that, going through it, and making improvements to our own membership based on that training. So we're doing it with you. So we're right in the same boat, okay? Because I just want to make sure it's so much better, right? It's always being improved and making your experience and your effectiveness better. Okay, so let me get back to this question: online courses versus membership. Online courses is a kind of a timed period, right? So courses versus membership. You've got courses. It's either a DIY style where it's recorded, uploaded, they take it as they want it. Or it can be like a live 12-week, 8-week, 6-week program where it is a start and a finish. And you are, in both course and membership, you really are working on that success path and helping people go from A to Z. But you also have then the difference in a membership. It's recurring revenue, not just a one-time for you, and it is an ongoing learning and improvement mentality for the people who join your membership. And so the longer they stay, the more benefit they get, right? And that's not the case with a course. You typically go through a course once, maybe you go through it twice, but it's a start and end time period. And then in the membership, the way that kind of looks, because you think if you're giving them a success path A to Z, then you are done, right? Like, why are they sticking around? So then you kind of take that next level of phases or stages, or kind of structuring it in a way that they are moving from A to Z, but then they're also now improving, right? They're going to go back through these phases or stages where they're constantly getting better and better and better. They're learning more at each level they take. So hopefully that kind of describes the difference. And there are many ways that you can structure courses versus memberships. I know that Stu talks a lot about having a course at the front end and then moving people from course into membership. That's, a really solid way to do it. You can also have both living side by side. You could, you don't want to go membership to course, but you could have a membership that includes courses, like we do currently, right? So there's a lot of different ways to structure it, and that stops a lot of people in their tracks from taking action. But what the beauty is that you can do your magic on top of whatever you learn, right? You can mix and match, you can make it your own. You just want to make sure that you really think through the possibility of, what is out there, and then what feels right to you as a business owner. Yes, cohorts are a big thing right now as well, where there are small groups of people kind of going through content together, and we do something similar as well. So we call it something different, but it can be incredibly, incredibly powerful. I know, this is Callie. I'm so excited about that. And Renee wants to know, Callie, do you have a Coffee Crisp membership? Because you should. That is a really good question. A course on memberships, a membership for courses, that's a masterclass. English language. Oh my gosh. So I hope that is super beneficial, right? And feel free to keep asking questions about memberships. It's so fun for me to talk about because like I said, this stuff is, I've done all of the different things, maybe not everything out there, but almost. And I've used all of the different platforms, and I've used all the different structures, and I'm looking forward to really improving it in a way that is long term, where it is something that we know you come in and you get XYZ result and you leave, you never leave because now you're stuck with us. No, because you never want to leave, right? And so there's just a lot of improvements coming down the pipeline that we're super, super, super excited about. Okay, because it's membership week, we are not going to do members only, which sounds wrong, but I know that I haven't answered a lot of questions that are not to do with memberships. So next week we'll do, wait, we have something special planned for next week. I can't remember. Yes, no. Okay, no. Maybe we'll see how many questions, if you have any live streaming questions, just generally speaking, and then we can go into member mode towards the end if there's time. Okay, sound good? I just want to make sure that I get everybody, with these themed weeks, it's important to make sure that we're not leaving anybody out. Hopped on, wait, hold on. Okay. I don't know why I'm going for that mouse all of a sudden. That is weird. Michelle. Hi, Michelle. Hopped in halfway. Maybe it's been talked about. No worries. But which membership platform do you recommend or are more fond of? So I did talk about this, and I've used many platforms out there. I have settled on Searchy because my audience freaking loves it. So the people who've been around our memberships for quite a while, they have seen all of the different platforms at use. And when we launched Searchy in housing our courses in our membership, they freaking went crazy over it. They were like, this is the best visual, this is the best layout, this is the best everything that we've ever seen. So that's why we're using Searchy, because of also the secondary function of that, which is actually the first function, which is the transcription possibility, right? With all your videos that you upload, it transcribes it, gives them that transcript, and then also just takes that viewer to the point in the video that I'm not hearing it. Did y'all hear that? Oh, you didn't hear that, did you? Sorry. Okay. I'm sorry, we didn't get the sound on that one, I don't think. But anyway, so Searchy, having the ability to just to search for content, go to that point in the video that's relevant to what they're looking for, is really powerful. And then just the layout. There are frustrations to every single platform out there, but I have come to love Searchy, and it doesn't do everything under the sun, but it's also kind of early stages for the hubs experience, and so they'll get better and better and better. Okay. Oh, wait. Yes. No. Callie, did you hear it? I'm so confused. Love the 90-day sprint. Are you going to do it again? We loved the 90-day sprint as well because you guys loved it. Oh my gosh. The 90-day sprint is wrapping up now. And I think wrapping up next week. And it has been an incredibly powerful thing. Like, we had this sprint experience where, they were in small groups, and they had, it's accountability, it's progress. They have a goal they're working towards, and then you just make weekly progress towards that goal with accountability of others. And that has been a very, very positive thing for all the members who've taken that. And so the simple answer is yes. However, we're still working on dates on stuff. You wish I was 100. Okay, sorry. Did you already use Searchy and go away from it? And Searchy hubs is what I'm talking about when it comes to. My UPS just went crazy, but thankfully everything is still on. I'm still streaming, I think. Let's hope. I've had power like glitches lately. Anyway, Searchy hubs is what I was specifically talking about. Yes, Adam is one of our sprinters. I published 17 podcast episodes, launched my YouTube channel through the 90-day sprint. It's absolutely a success for me. Awesome. I love that. Love that. It's a bit of learning curve. Really? That's interesting because I thought I can see that, but I also thought it was very straightforward. But also when I first started with it, it was, It has had less features than it does now, so I don't know when you tried, but yeah, Kajabi. Okay, I don't feel like that's, there's Kajabi, there's Thinkific, there's another one. Like, I haven't been super happy with layouts of courses and content in those, but to each their own. Like, I know so many people who love it, right? So there's, like I said earlier, there's pros and cons to literally everything you're going to choose in your tech stack. And if you're not familiar with the word tech stack or that phrase, it's essentially all of the different services and technology that you're using in your business. So from email lists to even your studio, right? But when you think about services like your membership site and your email list and your product management system, right? All of that. So that's all in your tech stack. I'm getting nervous over here. Anyway, so yes, can somebody just make one thing that has it all? I know, but honestly, like what I liked about Searchy Hubs specifically is that it actually is like Apple in a way. And what I mean by that is, like, it doesn't do it all, right? It doesn't allow you to do this, that, and everything under the kitchen sink, plus the kitchen sink, in the kitchen sink, and the kitchen sink. Help me out with that phrase, guys. I'm failing. But I liked the Apple approach to it because it actually helps. It helps the experience for the end user, to be honest. So yeah. Okay. Oh yes, and yeah, Discord is one thing that we've been introducing to our students. Uscreen has one as well. Yes, Uscreen. And interestingly enough, I didn't know that until it's a new thing for them, and I just recently found that out, like late last year. But yeah, and I have not used Uscreens. Okay, so I know that we had a lot of other questions. Real quick, everything and the kitchen sink. No, everything and the kitchen sink. Okay, it's in my brain now. No, not what happens stays in the kitchen sink. Or wait, hold on. Now, don't confuse me. Everything but the kitchen sink. Now. Let's not go opposites here. Well, I'm so glad that you're here and that you're actually talking and taking action and participating. If you are a lurker, then, and not talking, then please do speak up and say new, say hi, say something, ask a question. We don't bite around here. We are a very friendly community, and there are so many people in the chat room who will help you out, support you, and cheer you on. Like, that's what I love about this community. Okay, other questions that we had tech-wise. Let's see. I'm doing an interview with a pretty big interview. I might be able to do it in person. Should I do it in person and live or my usual way? If you have, you have like a bazillion mics and tech, but I think that the in-person interviews can actually be a little harder in a lot of ways to make it really good, but it can also be really more engaging because then you're just, right? Then you're just kind of in person and hanging out with a friend. It's around one, the tech. Can you get really good audio and setup from that in-person experience? I don't know where you would do that, if it would be like in their office or at a hotel, lobby or whatever. There's so much from that perspective that can go wrong. And so that may not be the right option. If you are confident in the tech side of things, then and you feel like you would have rapport with them. I mean, Sammy has rapport with everybody. So everybody loves Sammy. So I'm not concerned about that with you. But like if you think you can just be super relaxed and have fun, then an in-person experience can be really beneficial. It's just, I think it really starts with that tech question, right? Because then you have, Is it local? I was assuming it was local. Are you going to have to pay for them to be in person or you to be in person? Then that's probably not worth it. But yeah, you have a lot of cost if that's the case. I was considering it being like just people somebody who was local. In person is much more powerful. Actually, this is a great question for you guys, and maybe we should have a poll around this. But let me know in the comments, like, what do you enjoy watching as a viewer? In-person interviews where it's obvious they're talking to each other in the same place, or online interviews? Oh, he's in New York City. Fantastic. Then you go to, oh, he has a studio? Okay. And be back before the stream ends. What stream? You gonna be streaming? Wait, what? Wait, what stream? What stream? So you prefer in-person interviews. Okay, fantastic. I keep those comments coming because I'm actually now super curious what you prefer as a viewer, because it goes both ways to me, right? So Tech Coach Kathleen says, doesn't matter to me. The content is what matters. Airfare is insane. Holy moly, it is. So I don't typically go to VidCon, but there's a group of my friends that are meeting up at VidCon, and I'm like, maybe I should go. Maybe I should just book a flight and hang out. But yeah, flights are insane. Let's see. Thank you so much for, hold on, I'm behind. There we go. Pronik, thank you so much for the super chat. Appreciate you. You know what? That is so funny that you said you are enough, because there's this song that was playing this morning on my random playlist that basically said the same thing, like, you are enough. You are enough, you are enough, you are enough. And I don't know who it's by. I was going to look it up, but I was thinking about that, and I was thinking about talking to you guys about that, or posting something about it, because that's something that I see so often, is people just like feel so less than all the time about your video setup, about being on camera, about interviewing somebody else, about all of the things. And I was just like, oh, maybe I should post about that. I just thought it was funny timing. Okay, so back to the question of, do you like in-person interviews or online? Both depends on the host and if they interact with the audience at all. Yeah, that's a great one. My second streaming studio will be in-person interview capable. Not sure how much I'll actually do that a lot, but it can. I prefer in-person. Nice. There's something nice about in-person interviews. Awesome. Okay. This is interesting because I didn't anticipate that it would be that, actually, so heavy on the in-person. Radio days in person was much better because of the studio and a producer. Doing it yourself, not so much. Yeah, and that's where, like, it can get a little bit heavy, right? More intimate. Yeah, it can be, for sure. All right. Okay, next. Did we answer all the questions? I'm just going to scroll here. Yeah, I think I've answered all the questions. You guys didn't have a lot of live streaming questions. So we have 10 more minutes. Virtual is much easier to do, though. It really is, right? So yeah. All right. So you guys, I think we'll go into member mode. How about that? Do you guys want to go into member mode real quick? And then we can just finish this out with a few, whatever you guys want to talk about. So we're going to go into member mode. You can still watch. You can still super chat if you have questions. But I like to give our members here on YouTube, right? We have different memberships, right? This is a YouTube membership. And if you're not a member, you can become a member, get special content and your name in the credits and all of that fun stuff. So we'll throw the credits here shortly. But yeah, I'll give you a few minutes of whatever you want to talk about. If you want to ask me about peanut butter or whatever, like, you're totally welcome to ask anything. All right, let's go into member mode. I'm going to mute and play a song.
Honey, I got what you want.
All right, we're in member mode. Okay, I actually don't know if Lloyd is a member or not, but I'm just gonna go ahead and answer this since it came right before I went into member mode. Monetizing live events, yes, they do have that option. It is a very easy way to accomplish getting paid for an event. It's simple. What you don't get is that email list, right? So typically you want to use those types of things for building your email list. So I would caution you around that. However, if you don't care and you just want to do something super simple, then it's an option. It's definitely an option. Is ECAMM just for live or is it good for pre-recorded? Oh, 1000%. I use ECAMM for all of my content. So all of the videos that you see that are recorded and posted on YouTube is all through ECAMM. So 1000%, it's not just live. It's good for any form of video content, live, recorded, webinars, throw in your professional looking stuff into Zoom, right? So whatever you've got going on, I use it for that. Neither. Neither. Actually, I just bought some peanut butter because, okay, so I got Abby a Kong to see if she would, use it, because as far as she's never had a Kong, and so like she actually really liked it, but she doesn't really know how to like hold it and gnaw on it at the same time. So we're still working on that. But anyway, I got some peanut butter because of that. And I don't feed her. I probably eat I know I ate way worse than she does. But it's organic and like healthy and, no sugar, all of that good stuff. All right. Choosy mothers prefer organic. How's your short form video game going? That would be probably a question mostly for Callie, because she's the one who heads that effort up. But we've kind of gotten into, I don't know that we could call it a habit yet, but it's very consistent so far. That when we do our shooting days, that we shoot some shorts. That's hard to say. We shoot some shorts and then she distributes as time is right. And so, yeah, we've had, we've posted, I don't know, how many have we posted, Callie? Like 3 or 4. But it seems to be working okay. It's not like anything's gone viral or anything. Let's see. Oh, she has quite a few lined up that I'm excited to share on Insta and TikTok. Oh, apparently we're sharing on TikTok and we're talking about it now. But Skippy would be much. Oh, so Callie likes Jiffy. Jiffy, is that the right one? But Skippy would be it would be. Let's see. Oh. Thank you. Who was that? Wait. For more than 4 guests, is Zoom the best option on a Mac? Oh, wow. You really came in like with an actual question. I was not expecting this. For more than 4 questions. So you could go Skype or Zoom. So the thing I don't like about Zoom is the low quality, but there are options now, which I covered in a video. So if you go for the high quality Zoom experience, then yes, for more than 4 guests, I would go into Zoom. And if you don't care about that quality at the end of the day, then it's not. Then it's still the easiest. It's definitely the easiest. Skype, bad. But you know what? Like, if you're going to go low quality Zoom or Skype, then, it's still an option. It's hard to be everywhere without some. Oh, yes, it really is. It really, really is. I would not be on TikTok if I haven't even seen our TikTok, actually. I need to go look that up. Who wants to watch us on TikTok? Who wants us to watch us on TikTok? Let us know. Let's our shorts. All right. No, I'm not even gonna try and say that. What? Hold on, I saw a thing. What is a Kong? It is a little rubber thing that you put treats or cheese I've put in, or peanut butter, and dogs like it's a good form of getting them to be active in their eating, right? And gives them kind of an activity, and keeps them busy and attentive and getting some good treats out of it, right? Okay, record training videos for work. Exactly. Hold on, I'm so far behind here. Hold on. Okay, follow up on ECAMM. Can you invite guests to a pre-recorded, or do you need to go through Zoom? Yeah, you can. Yeah, no. You can totally invite guests. So the guest feature is live or recorded. It doesn't require you to be live in order to use that. So the interview feature, I should say. Yeah. So whose dog does not understand what to do with Kongs? I'm actually kind of curious. Yes, pretty much. She's like, you do the work. Yes, you will. Because that was just part one, and it was a very, very quick part one. So if you did not watch the video where Daniel, who's also in Canada, very close to Stu, who working on the studio for Stu's launch, right? So he has a home video studio and he has a office video studio. And if you joined the TME, then that free training workshop, then you saw the video studio in his office out in operation. So proper to say. But yeah, so part two is not even done yet, right? Letting them get through the launch, and then we'll go back and set it up properly. Like, it's really nothing is set up properly by any means. It was just a quick in and out, get something high quality for him, because you've seen his laptop streams, right? So he wanted to have that extra oomph in terms of professionalism. So yeah, definitely coming. I don't know how long it'll take, because also gear is hard to get right now, right? So there's that too. Oh, it's 2 hours. 2 hours, 2 minutes. Okay, so if you are not planning on joining, go to 12 p.m. Pacific, livestreampros.com/TME, and get registered. Then they will send you a link to join the training. And today is going to be so good. I'm so excited about today's, because it's all about the content that you put into your membership, and it's going to answer a ton of questions as well. Oh, that's awesome. Oh, wait, hold on. Oh, that's so cute. So we had a question, a poll. Which combo is better, peanut butter and chocolate or peanut butter and jelly? Peanut butter and chocolate won out by 54%. And then, which is better, pizza or tacos? Pizza won way out at 80%. Wow. Or a taco pizza. Yes, TME is at 3 p.m. Eastern, 12 p.m. Pacific. So I will see you in the chat room there for sure. All right, you guys, let's play those beautiful bean credits. And I will see you next week. Remember, we continue memberships week a little bit next week, not the full week, but we have more time to talk about all of this fun stuff and get you your own membership, or fix your membership, or grow it, whatever is applicable. So thank you so much for being members. Thank you so much for hanging out with me today. Thank you for being here. Thank you for being an amazing community. And I will see you here in a bit at TME. Bye. I put my credits over here. Now, come on. Where'd they go? There they are. Bye.
me I got what you want. Give me all of your love, 'cause it's burning hot.